Hey guys, it's Patrick from the DoodleCast here, with a different type of video for you today. I recently completed one of my old sketchbooks, and I just felt like doing a little sketchbook tour for you guys. I'm not going to be showing you every page of the sketchbook. Some of it is character design stuff for a bunch of different comic ideas I've had that I don't necessarily know if they're going to come to fruition, so I don't feel like showing them. There's other drawings in here that I was using reference for, from someone else's drawings, so I did it just to practice, but I wouldn't feel right putting it out on the internet for anyone to see since it wasn't technically my drawing. I was just copying it. And there's other drawings in here that I just think are bad, and I don't want to show off, so that's all. Okay, I started drawing in this sketchbook on September 3rd, 2015, and I just completed it on April 17th, 2016. In case of loss, please return to Patrick. As a reward, nothing. Take that. I'm gonna use these cards here to, cover up the page next to it, and to make sure you can't see any bleeding from the page behind it. So, to eliminate distractions. So this was the first page of the sketchbook. Every time I get a sketchbook, I have no idea what to draw, so I usually just start doodling, and usually my go-to is video game stuff. So I started drawing Mario, and Luigi, and a screaming toad saying, "Ow, ow!" Alright, this page just looks terrible. It's not just the camera or the lighting, but it's a pencil sketch, and there's another drawing that I did on the opposite side of the page that's bleeding through, so you can't quite see anything. I also tested to see if I could draw with my Copic markers in this sketchbook, and turns out I can't, because it bleeds through. But this drawing is a picture of Rosalina from Super Mario Galaxy. I thought it'd be interesting to draw a picture of her, waking up in the morning and, have bedhead and just being, cranky and not looking like she's ready to start the day. And, I ended up redoing this picture, digitally, and I much prefer the, finished drawing. I'll put that up on screen. Here's a picture of Bow Bow. I really like this doodle. Here's another pencil sketch you can't quite see, but it's of Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. And I really wanted to do this, portrait of him where he was, the border was a circle, and I wanted the smoke from his cigarette sort of breaking the circle. I thought that was an interesting look. I ended up doing this with Copic markers, and I did not like the result at all. I thought my coloring was really splotchy and streaky, and I didn't like it. And also, I wasn't getting the result I wanted with the border, so I kind of settled for, a rounded rectangle look, and it wasn't what I envisioned at all. So I ended up redoing it digitally, and I much prefer the results of it. I think it looks much better than the first one. Here's some pencil sketches of the Game Grumps. I really like when people draw Danny with his hair covering his eyes, kind of looking like a stalk of broccoli. Here's a stupid comic I just made one day. What the fuck happened down here? Okay, now here's the real reason I got this sketchbook finished as quickly as I did, because I started doing Inktober, and it was the first time I ever tried doing it. And, I had no idea what to draw. I think I was just really craving some pancakes one day, so I drew a stack of pancakes. And then I don't know what this was supposed to be. Here's a, self-portrait of the artist, looking very unhappy at his day job. Here's a drawing of Yoshi that I obviously used reference for. And, I think it came out pretty good, except I fucked up on the arm. It's kind of coming out of his shell, I guess? I don't know. I fucked up. Dipper and Mabel from Gravity Falls. Ugh, yikes. I tried drawing a car because I needed practice drawing cars. Oh god, never again. I don't know where I got this idea from, but I realized that Mario's sprite from, I think, Super Mario World kind of reminded me of when Charlie Brown looks up. I don't know, something about it. It looked similar to me, so I drew a picture of it. Here's a happy little anteater about to have a snack. Oh, here we go. I really like these. This is, the two characters from the Potion Seller video. Oh my god, if you haven't seen the Potion Seller video, look that up on YouTube. It's great. Here's a Gengar. Here's another self-portrait. I really like this mostly for the line quality, but, I realized way later that I think this eye is way higher up than it should be. I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me! Here's a pig from Wind Waker. Here's a Han Solo looking all confused. And there's a Garf. There's a Mario. I wanted to draw a picture of Mario where I didn't make his nose just a complete circle and didn't draw his mustache looking the way it's traditionally drawn. So, I like the results, and then I took a red pencil and colored in the parts of his shirt and hat. Here's a drawing of Arthur the Aardvark. Nothing weird going on here. Looks completely normal. Here's a Naps to Blook from Undertale. Here's a drawing of Alex and Gerard from Super Beard Bros. Cool Shark is a character I drew a lot in high school to make my friends laugh, and I just felt like drawing him one day. Here's a drawing of a Scottish Terrier. Scotties are so cute. Any dog with a mustache is alright in my book. Here's Abigail from the webcomic Back, done by Casey Green and Anthony Clark. You should really check it out, it's great. A Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls. I love this. This super grotesque looking Doug. I want to put this on a t-shirt. T-shirt that says, like, nostalgia is dead, or remember the 90s, or something. I'm really proud of this. Here's an Undyne from Undertale. This pencil sketch down here was me testing out drawing my friend James's Fallout character. He really wanted me to draw his character in Fallout, so I started practicing. And here was some more sketching, trying to figure out the character and taking detailed notes of different things, like her vest and shirt and necklace. I honestly don't know what this is. But I ended up doing the rest of this on an episode 2, and I'll put that up on screen right here. Here's me practicing how to draw eyes. Here we go. Here's Garnet from Steven Universe, and I also used a little ink wash on some parts. Here's Gerard Khalil. You might know him as the Completionist on YouTube or from Super Beard Bros. Here's Dr. Eggman. Here's me getting a little self-referential, and I drew a Chibi Ruby. Speaking of Ruby, here's like a screenshot redraw I did from one of the episodes of Nora saying, "Let's break his legs." Here's Justin Griffin and Travis McElroy from My Brother, and Me and The Adventure Zone, 2 really great podcasts that I highly recommend. I really wanted to do a drawing of them, so I found a photo of them and redrew them just to sort of get a grasp on their faces and everything, and I later used what I learned to draw a picture of them, which I'll put up on screen now. Oh, it's Hillbilly Pearl saying, "Now, Steven!" Oh my god. I love this character. Here's 2 of the dudes from Fargo. I literally can't remember their names. But when I first watched it, I immediately knew I wanted to draw some fan art of it. I later redrew this on the show, and it's alright, I don't have a grasp on how to do a caricature of Steve Buscemi. Even in the final product, I'm just not happy with it at all. We're getting pretty close to the end now. Here's a blooper from Mario. Here's a fire flower. Here's a Pikachu, and I ran out of space for the tail. I don't know. Here's a drawing of Kevin and Danny from Game Grumps. I like it, except Danny looks a little bit older than I intended for him to look. I don't know about you, but I think this Dipper and Mabel from Gravity Falls look pretty on model, don't you think? Here's just a little character I drew, and I named him Peebo. Here's a little drawing of Tails. Fun fact, this is actually the real last drawing I did in this sketchbook. Because after I finished the actual last page, I went back through the book to make sure I didn't miss any pages, and sure enough, I missed this page, so I just quickly drew a Tails. Or I think it's a Tails. Here's Bear Tato from the comic Nedroid, done by Anthony Clark. Here's a hot pepper and some fruits and veg. And that brings us to the very last page, which, I drew some Osamatsu-san, an anime that I've been pretty obsessed with recently. And that brings us to the last page, finished on April 17th, 2016. Oh yeah, and the cool thing about Moleskine sketchbooks is that they have this little pocket in the very back where you can, like, keep pieces of paper, and... Huh? What? What's this? What could this be? Oh! It's a link to our Twitch page! You should go follow us on Twitch, that way you can catch the show whenever we go live. We do the show about once a week, or maybe once every other week, depending on if we can't schedule a show. But me and Shawn get together and we draw pictures and we talk to each other and make asses out of ourselves, usually. And hey, if you can't see an episode when it's live, every episode gets archived onto our YouTube page. And thanks for watching, guys, and if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and let us know in the comments. See ya!